here. I'm gonna be in reverse de la Hiva. Okay? So I'm reverse de la Hiva right here. I got my knee in the middle, controlling the distance, I'm doing well. But then all of a sudden, Jessica starts to drive this knee through and get an underhook on. Right? Terrible spot, right? Pretty good chance, like the knee's already touching the ground, like things are getting to a really bad position. What she's looking to do is put her head on the ground and start the knee slide out that way. Boom. And then assume dominant position, right? So let's look over how we can stop this from happening, okay? So first thing we're gonna do is let's evaluate our position in the reverse de la Hiva, some things that we should already know and be doing. First would be our toes will be curled on the outside, right? Anybody tell me why? Because it shows that I know what I'm doing. It's also going to grip. So you want to use the back of your foot or the front of your foot almost like a hand, right? The grip's really good and it's really tight. And so if she decides to stand up, like I'm staying with her. See how it stays? It's not like this. This is very loose. If she drives in, it's going to be easy to pass, okay? That little bit goes a long way, especially in no-gi, right? Okay, so drop down again. So then secondly, I want to be blocking the bicep or my foot in the hip. One or both, one of each. I mean, one or the other or both. And that's going to merely be to control the distance, right? Because as long as we're controlling the distance, we're not going to get smashed and, you know, all that bad stuff, right? Because nobody wants that. So, we're going to say all that has gone wrong because life is life, things happen, right? So, she's coming in on me. She's got an underhook, like in a really strong passing position. I don't have a butterfly hook in. If I don't address the situation, she's going to decide to pass, okay? So what I'm going to do is, she's going to be really tight, okay? I'm going to take this hand, and it's going to go to the top of the thigh. So if you raise up, I'm going to be touching right here, okay? So I'm touching right there, okay? Alone, this does nothing. Her knee's on the ground, I'm in a bad spot. This foot, okay? This foot, or we're going to go Michelle Nicolini style, and go straight to shin on ankle, or shin on shin style guard, right? So it's going to go right here, and she's going to underhook the foot. Now listen, this isn't a fancy sweep. This is a guard recovery, gets back to a good spot, okay? And this is worth its weight in gold. So this comes in, I've got my hand cupped right there. This foot's gonna go from the outside to the inside, and I'm just gonna lift, push, and recover, okay? So it turns a really bad situation into a good one. So boom, I've got reverse de la Hiva, things are going bad. I'm gonna go inside and reach right here. If I can't get that for whatever reason, like let's say my arms are jacked way up here, I can still do this position like that. I just prefer, if I can get that hand in there on the top of the leg, it really helps me like guide that foot back. So I'm not really lifting, I just want to guide it back. And when I guide it back, that's going to give me the room to get my butterfly hook back. So right here, okay, hands on the top. I can't wait here, okay? This is strong. But it's got to be, you know, I got to use it. So I'm just going to lift, push, butterfly hook, okay? And then you can start working your overhook sweeps, butterfly sweeps, or at the very least, sit up and get off your back, right? Because if we stay right here, she's going to be looking at leg dragging, just like we did, just like we went over the last couple weeks ago. So again, right here, toes curled, she's smashing me, okay? Hand, inside of the thigh, outside foot, below hers, okay? Just like that. I'm just gonna, this is gonna guide it back. It's not pushing, it's just guiding, okay? This is gonna lift, boom. Make space, back up, and now we're in neutral position, okay? Was there any question on that? Yeah.
For a single leg X to butterfly, can you slide it through and come around?
It's probably pretty tough. To be fair, she's in a really good spot right here. For me to go single leg X, with an, see, she still has an overhook. So if I had an underhook, then yeah, I could probably manage to get single leg X guard. But with her having the underhook, it's going to be almost, I would say, physically impossible. Because I'm just going to be able to lift. I'm not going to be able to pull my body underneath. You see what I'm saying? I'm lucky to have that butterfly hook. Any other questions on this? Anybody have any trouble getting their guard passed by an aggressive, you know, top player? Anything we go over? Because I want to look at this position and really look at this. Another quick detail, if we go to this side, to delay the guard pass, if they're really cutting that knee hard, a good way to stop it, I learned this from Jeff Messina, is just to go here, okay? And from here, it's very difficult for Jessica to put her knee on the ground. And if she puts her knee on the ground, that's obviously where she's gonna be way more powerful, right? So if you're having trouble getting your guard pass here with the knee slide pass, block and block right here, okay? I'm not saying this is gonna stop every pass, but it's definitely gonna slow it down. So, because if I'm not here, it starts bringing that down, then I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? I'm in trouble. So you gotta control the distance and block right here, okay? If you're having trouble. And let's, you know, and if the worst case scenario comes through and she starts to come low and gets through, that's when I switch to the other one and you chain them. See what I'm saying? So everything we're going over tonight is gonna be is just maintenance. It's just maintenance because that position's strong, and in no gi, you're gonna be finding yourself there a lot because like De La Hiva, you know, we play a lot of De La Hiva in the gi, but like no gi, it's just not as effective. So I mean, the effectiveness goes down to 10% of what it was in the gi, right? Okay, so you're gonna find yourself in this position more than you were in the regular De La Hiva.
Can you switch straight to your Can you switch straight to that wizard butterfly sweep from there?
Yes, that's my favorite.
And do you do that even if they're pulling your arm? Or do you think it would be like
yeah. So like let's say I'm in the position, smashing, boom. I go in here, boom. Yeah. Love butterfly sweep. Is everybody familiar with that particular sweep?
Yeah,
the overhook
like
sweep.
3 times.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's well, I can go over the details real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the side, this way you see it better. Okay, so I recover butterfly guard, right? And I'm here. Okay, this is one of my favorite positions in no gi. Okay, you can butterfly sweep with an underhook, but I prefer an overhook. Okay, I like to grab my inner thigh, but I don't like to be. See how she's doing everything right. She's got my legs crushed right here, so I have no lift right here. I have to back up. Okay, and a lot of times in no gi, she's doing right. She's gonna plow in with an underhook. That's right. That's correct. I grab inside my thigh and hook right like this. So the more they drive in, the easier it is for me to lift. That's all it is. I'm just merely grabbing and going over the top. This kind of frames it and keeps my leg from going like this. Okay. So from overhook, boom, I grab right here. If I can get this wrist, I'll tuck it between and butterfly sweep over. A lot of times, they'll be in here and they're so adamant about an underhook pass because it's right. It's the right thing to do. Is they'll just plow in super hard. I'll just tuck the head and they just go right over. I just push the head down.
You have to sit up in order to initiate that sweep. You have to like come up and do it.
Well, look at the position. If I'm down here, what do I have? Where's the power of my leg? There's none. There's none. Like, she's not stupid. She's good. She's going to be pushing forward, and I have no power right here. I can't lift anything. But if I can just, which is easy, and you need to drill this if you're not drilling it, just make a little bump, and then a push. Now, all I need is that, and now I have powerful legs to move. But here, I have no power. Here, I have no power. This is where you want it, right? 45 degree or 90 degree angle, whatever it is.
So when you do the recovery, you have a hand on their leg, you slide it past your own leg and do it one motion?
Okay, if I want to do it all in one motion, I'll do it like this. You can catch it all in transition. I see what you're getting at, and you can catch it all in transition. So boom, I'm sorry, here, first leg, easy pass, boom, I go here, boom.
So you can grab your own
So as
thigh.
long as I never allowed her to settle in tight and low, yeah, you can hit it.
So you don't have to get up and raise, or do you go to raise that?
If I never get flattened out. But if you get flattened out, you need to do
And you
that.
never grip your thigh, you just hold the wizard.
No, I grab the thigh every time.
You grip your own thigh every time.
I like to grab my own thigh. For me, it helps me a lot. So, what you're gonna trade.
Either way, would you still be trying to get an underhook? Like, if before the, I mean, like that's
Yeah. Well,
case.
from that's a great question. It's a gray area. Okay. So from reverse De La Hiva, I don't utilize the underhook as much as with like butterfly guard or half guard or things like that, right? So with reverse De La Hiva, it's not as effective for me to do this because this knee's out here and you start sliding. The next thing, like I'm kind of not really where I want to be. So what I do more than not, and today was good when me and you were rolling, like so let me get good reverse De La Hiva. What I do when I'm here and they're attacking that underhook, I just keep my hands super tight. I don't ever let the space happen. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. I would much rather just control distance and start to spin under, kiss of the dragon and all that stuff, and like arm drags and butterfly sweeps and all that, then trying to get an underhook. Now, that said, if I transition to butterfly guard, I will use an underhook per sweep.
But when you're set up right there, and you say you're staying tight, you're still like, are you keeping just your
This is for when okay, so I'm controlling distance, right? And like they knock my foot off and they come in real tight and they try to get the underhook. I stay in super tight, make space. But I never allow the underhook. I'm not saying it never will happen, because sometimes I let it happen, but I let it happen on my terms. So then I'm set up.
When will you initiate, like, when do you allow the underhook to sweep?
Do what?
When do you allow the underhook to sweep?
When I want to go for butterfly sweep. Cool? Got it? 1, 2, 3.
Now I know your secrets.
I like his question.
Let me get my white tape.
Hey, a lot of people don't ask him. A lot of people don't ask him, but they're learning the same things.